Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we are going to be doing my Stitch Fix unboxing, but there are a few things that I need to address before we get into the box itself. So I will not be doing a try-on style video this time around. Unfortunately, with my last video, there were some not so nice comments that had to be deleted, and I just want to say body shaming is never ever okay. I did not go into this pregnancy being super skinny and feeling 100% confident with my body, but I am 6 months pregnant with twins. And it is definitely a very vulnerable thing to put yourself out on the internet under, great circumstances. But, certainly with, I don't even know how to say what I want to say. It's never okay to make comments or judgments on people's bodies. So we're going to be opening up my box today, and we're going to be taking a look at the items that are in it. I'm going to, kind of do everything else, do the run through of, what everything costs, what I think of the things, what I think I'm going to be keeping, what I'm not going to be keeping. But I don't think I'm going to be trying them on and filming that part of it, because I just don't feel the need to open myself up to that type of criticism. Maybe in the future, but for right now, we're just going to go ahead and see what I got in my February Stitch Fix box. So let me get this bad boy open and we will take a look at it. Alright, box is open, and it occurred to me that I forgot to really tell you much about what Stitch Fix is. So if you have not heard of Stitch Fix, it is a clothing and accessories subscription service. It is super flexible. You can set it up however you want it to. I'm currently on a monthly subscription, but you can also have it bi-monthly, quarterly, things like that. So it's super flexible in that way. It is $20 per box for your styling fee. But that $20 is applied to a purchase from the box. So if you like at least one item in the box, that $20 is applied to the cost of that item. And if you like all 5 items, then you actually get a 25% off discount in addition to having that $20 applied to what you decide you want to buy from the box. So I have mine obviously on a maternity setting. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to continue on with it after the twins have arrived. I'll probably pause it for at least a little while, just because I'm really not going to be caring what I look like for the first, month, 6 weeks, something like that, as, my body heals and I adjust to having additional children and people to take care of and things like that. But I enjoy getting this box. It's really, I think, very neat to have other people picking out your clothes for you, because they are able to send you things that maybe you would not have ordinarily chosen for yourself, if that makes sense. So this is what my box looks like this month. It is all clothing. There are a couple of different settings that you can elect for. You go on and you take a style quiz when you initially join. Let's get that out of the way. And you can tell that you can really give them ideas about what your personal style is, what are some of the things that you want, what are some of the things that you don't want. They have clothing, shoes, jewelry, accessories, which includes things like scarves and handbags and stuff like that, and then shoes. So I have a good bit of that turned off just because I don't really wear scarves. I do have jewelry turned on. I haven't kept any of the jewelry that they've sent yet, either because it's a duplication or it's just not something that I necessarily need. And when I say duplication, I just mean that I already own something similar enough that I don't need two pairs, if that makes sense. So let's start with the first thing here on top. And that is this really cute top here. Let me see if I can zoom you guys out just a little bit, because the thing about maternity clothes is that they tend to be longer. So now you can see my super messy filming space. I really got to get my life under control, folks. Anyway, so this is what we look like. This one is super duper long. Like, on some people, this would be like a mini dress. But it is super cute. It is very, very soft. Very, very soft, actually. So, I don't know. I'll give it a try. I don't typically love things that are incredibly long like this, just because I want to be able to also get use out of it after I'm done being pregnant. And when it's super duper long like that, probably not, but it is really soft. It is really, really soft. Alright, so the next thing in the box is this right here. Oh, that is so sweet. They send a lot of gray to me, and I'm not sure why, but this has beautiful pink and purple flowers on it. I really kind of like that. So yeah, this is just maternity. It's got the ruching here on the sides, but it doesn't seem to be as long as the other one is. So I'm excited to give that one a try. That's super pretty. We also have this right here. This is a dress. I actually kind of like it when they send me dresses. Ooh, are you a wrap dress or are you a nursing dress? What is happening? I don't know how to pick you. Oh, okay, okay. It's just got a really deep kind of V. So this, I'm not gonna lie, is adorable. Adorable. And I can tell you from experience, this is gonna make nursing a lot easier. I have a couple of dresses that are like this ordinarily that I purchased long before I was pregnant, because they're very flattering. They come to kind of a deep V. But when you're nursing, it's really easy just to slip your arm out. But I do really quite like this. I'm excited to see what it looks like on. And again, like we were talking about just a minute ago, it's something that I should also be able to get usage out of once I'm no longer pregnant. One thing that I would recommend if you decide to do that is that because it comes apart so easily, that, you know, having just a little bit of like a safety pin to, you know, keep the girls in check. But yeah, that is super, super cute. It's navy blue with a bunch of little kind of golden yellow design, circly designs on it. Very cute. Very cute. All right, and then we have another gray item. This is a cardigan. I love cardigans. And it has pockets. This is incredibly soft. So, all right, I take that back. It is not gray. It just looks gray. So it's actually white with green kind of woven into it. But yeah, that's so, so soft. And it's not incredibly long. It's just long enough. I like that. All right. And then finally, oh yeah, not keeping these. I think these are like workout pants. One thing that I'm not doing while 6 months pregnant is working out. I don't know, they might be comfortable for lounging, but probably not something that I'm going to be super into. They are very, very spandex heavy. So we'll see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try everything on, and then I'll come back. I'll talk about what I think of how it fits and how it feels, and then we'll talk about overall costs, what I think I'm going to keep, what I think I'm not going to keep, and we will go from there. All right, so here we are back again, and let's talk about what I thought of what I tried on. So the first thing that we pulled out of the box was this white and gray or cream and gray striped long sleeved shirt. I really liked the feel of this fabric, but it had two things that really kind of tilted the scales for me. I do, again, really like the feel of it, but it is definitely too long. Like, it came down. I have a longer torso. I'm 5'7". I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before. And on me, it came down pretty darn low, even when it took into account the size of my bump. So I know that I would not be able to get a ton of use out of this after the pregnancy. But in addition to that, one of the more frustrating aspects for me when it comes to maternity clothing is when the fabric itself is too thin. So I prefer the type of pants that have the belly band that comes up over the bump. When the fabric is too thin, you can see that band, because, like, for instance, I'm wearing jeans today with a denim colored band on it. And when you can see the color of it through the top, I just don't like that. So this did that, even though it was super, super comfortable and I really liked it. It was too long, and I didn't like that you could see kind of through the fabric, so to speak. So the next thing that I pulled out was this gray top right here. It is a touch long. It is a touch long, but I still do really like it. I still do really like it. So this actually, and I guess I should start telling you prices from the get-go. So let me backtrack slightly, pull my little pricing guide up. So this top here is from I don't know if I'm going to say that right. Lovapella. I think it's like a play on acapella, but Lovapella. And this retails for $44. And then this beauty right here is from Mix by Hawthorne, and this retails for $38. I think I am still going to keep it. It is, like I said, it is a little bit long, but I do feel like it is so super cute that I'm going to keep it anyway. The next thing that I pulled out was the dress, which I do really, really like. I have to be really careful because this bad boy wants to come open really, really easily. So I need to make sure that I'm pinning it strategically if I'm pinning it, or if I'm using like fashion tape, which is basically just double-sided tape that doesn't or isn't supposed to leave like a stickiness on the fabric like regular tape can. But it is super duper cute, and I do really like it, and it will be very springtime appropriate. For those of you that maybe haven't seen some of my other videos, I am allegedly due in late April. I say allegedly because twins do typically come early, and I am considered a high-risk pregnancy due to the multiple aspect as well as my age. Yes, I have a geriatric pregnancy. So I don't know that I'm actually going to make it all the way till the end of April, but when I am nursing and things like that, this dress will be seasonally appropriate. So I'm going to keep it. It's by a company called Calais, and it retails for $48. I am totally keeping the cardigan. It is soft. It is lovely. I've talked about before, one of the strategies when it comes to nursing is nursing tank tops. If you're currently pregnant, they are life-changing. They are so comfortable and they're so easy. They just snap right open. But layering them with things like cardigans just makes life really, really easy. Whether you are out someplace and you need to step aside to nurse, or if you're just at home chilling on the couch, it just makes life really, really easy. And I'm excited. This cardigan is so soft. I really, really like it a lot. It is also by Mix by Hawthorne. Oh, I'm sorry. Mix 41 Hawthorne. My apologies. And it retails for $44. And then finally we have the athletic pants. These are by Threads for Thought. They do retail for $48. Everything that I've been sent is in the size large, in case anyone's wondering. They were not as restrictive as I had initially feared. They did definitely have a good stretch without being too tight. I was worried about them cutting in a little bit because on me, depending on kind of how it's made, if it's got too much of the spandex in there, it'll either sit too tight on me or it'll loosen up way too much. I don't know if those will loosen up over time or not, but I'm still not going to keep them, even though they were not as uncomfortable as I had been concerned about, mostly because I'm not currently doing a ton of exercising. I'm doing what I need to do, so please don't take that the wrong way, especially given my intro. But I'm not as awesome as my sister-in-law, who is doing spin class up until like 2 weeks before she gave birth. I am amazed by people that are able to do that because I'm just not. But I don't think that they're going to be useful to me post-pregnancy. I could be wrong, but because I do prefer the band that comes up over the bump, when I no longer have a bump, I don't know how well they're going to fit, if that makes sense. So I am only going to keep 3 of the 5 items that were in this box. So given that I don't get the 25% off, and that's where they really can kind of get you. I think I talked about this a little bit in my last video, is that if you like 4 out of the 5 items, you're probably going to be better suited just to keep all 5, because the total retail value of everything in the box is $222. So if I were to keep the whole thing, that would be a $55 discount, which is greater than any one item in this particular box. Now in this case, I don't like 3 out of the 4, or I wouldn't be tempted enough to keep 3 out of the 4, or 4 out of the 5. Anyway, sorry. I feel like my brain scatters much more easily these days. So if I take and I add up all 3 of these items, it comes to $130 minus my styling fee of the $20 that was already paid in. So my out-of-pocket would be $110 plus tax. So I feel kind of okay with that. That's one other thing that I've talked about before, is that you know, everybody has a different budget when it comes to everything in their lives, right? Whether it be makeup, whether it be clothing, whether it be food, you know, going out, all that kind of stuff. Everybody has a different budget. I tend to be quite frugal when it comes to clothing. I am definitely a TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls kind of girl. Target certainly is in there. Even Target, though, sometimes can be a little spendy, in my opinion, when it comes to clothes. Old Navy, stuff like that. I'm not accustomed to, you know, spending a ton of money on my clothing. And this is definitely higher dollar. It is my sincere hope that it's also a little bit higher quality, because I do tend to keep my clothes for long periods of time. For instance, this shirt here, it's like 3 or 4 years old. Like, I keep things forever, forever. So it is definitely a little bit more expensive than I'm typically accustomed to paying for clothing. But like I said, I'm hoping that it's also higher quality, and so it will continue to last over time. But that's also why I'm trying to be strategic about what I do keep, because I don't purge my closet on a yearly or seasonally or whatever the case may be basis. I just wear the same clothes until I literally can't anymore. So yeah, that is kind of where we're at. I would love to know if you get Stitch Fix, if, you know, what your thoughts are, if you've liked what you've gotten for your February box. So please let me know down below. Also, if you are interested in trying Stitch Fix, I do have a code in the description box. It'll get you $25 off, but it also gets me $25 off. If that's not something you're comfortable with, that's totally cool. You can just go directly to Stitch Fix and get signed up all on your own. It is totally up to you, but I do think it is a quality service. Like I said in the beginning, it's nice to have stuff come to you that you don't pick out. It's really nice to see kind of what other people would choose for you. So I will stop rambling. I'm sure this video is going to be longer than my other ones typically are, but thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.